A little over a year ago, a movie called Zombieland came out, and it looked awesome.
Earth, home to over 6 billion people. Today, our very existence is threatened by epidemics, climate change, and dwindling resources. But those are the least of our problems.
It depicted a world where zombies, despite still being threatening, were no longer taken seriously and simply slaughtered in the most insane ways possible. At least that's what I thought it looked like. Instead, we got a movie that left me so psychologically scarred, I thought it'd be a good idea to read Twilight. And New Moon. And Eclipse. And you get the idea. Anyway, I've got to conquer my fear of this movie, and I'm going to do it the best way I can think of, by reviewing it humorously and posting the video on the internet.
Logan says... Zombieland.
Oh, America. I wish I could tell you that this was still America.
Excuse me a moment. Kid, I'm sorry, you must have gotten the wrong script or something. The narrator sounds like this.
Home to over 6 billion people.
So, if you could just, go back to whatever role you actually have, and we could listen to him, you're the new narrator, aren't you? So our new narrator describes the zombie apocalypse, which anyone who's seen a non-Romero zombie movie should be familiar with, and explains his rules for surviving in it. And we've already established one problem with this movie. It's way too gory. I mean, half this stuff isn't even necessary. Was there just a 2-for-1 sale at the fake blood store? After that, we get a montage to the most generic rock song I have ever heard, and I've played the recent Sonic games, along with the opening credits and more people being slaughtered for no good reason other than the fact that they had some blood to waste. Is it funny? No. Is it entertaining? No. The highest grossing zombie movie of all time, ladies and gentlemen! Our hero outruns a couple zombies, gets away in his car, and gets sneak attacked by a zombie. What? We saw him get out of his car, so we know there weren't any zombies in it. So the zombie must have opened the door, laid down in the back seat, waited for him to come, closed the door, then waited for him to get in and relax before attacking him. Oh my god. Camping zombies! By the way, this is probably a good time to mention that these zombies are pretty standard, except they have the psychic ability to tell when you're going to the bathroom. Yeah, I don't really know what the thought process behind that was. Just as the audience starts losing faith, the movie pulls one of its trump cards, Woody Harrelson. And now that our pathetic protagonist has someone else to talk to, we can finally get some names. The narrator shall henceforth be known as Columbus, while Woody Harrelson's character is known as Tallahassee. Why those names? Because Kirby's made out of string. Trust me, it's a better reason than they have. Columbus decides to take a character exposition dump. They're really gonna keep pushing that joke, aren't they? Whatever. And tells us about his backstory. He's afraid of clowns, and before the zombie apocalypse was a World of Warcraft nerd. His first encounter with the zombies introduces this hot extra. And seeing as how she doesn't seem to be playing anyone important, I'm going to give her to the count of 5 to either get bonked or die gruesomely. She ends up falling asleep on his shoulder, and I'll admit, this is a pretty scary scene. Okay, I was going to say this is a pretty scary scene because it was in the theater, but looking at it now, I think someone screwed up on her makeup or something because she just looks like an extra from Thriller. Cause this is Thriller! Thriller night! She's chasing him through the longest single-person apartment I've ever seen! Thriller! Thriller night! So how does he defeat this horrible, infected individual? With a couple whacks on the head from the thing on top of the toilet. So Columbus and Tallahassee have some bonding conversation.
Last time you went 20 tugs. Put Percy in the playpen.
Who's Percy?
Wallpapered the closet. Passed the gravy. Went heels to Jesus.
Oh, made love.
Well, just sex.
You said, why, last week, Mom, why, recently. Yeah, recently.
Turns out Tallahassee has this thing for Twinkies, so they end up going into a supermarket to see if they can find any. And this is where we find out the movie should have really been about Tallahassee, because it turns out he's played Dead Rising so long he can turn almost anything into a weapon.
What are you, prospect? Jesus Christ. You are a dangerous man.
Yeah, he has gardening supplies. Clearly, he's a very dangerous individual. And I'll admit, this is a pretty cool scene. Basically, Tallahassee goes in and wails on a couple zombies while Columbus just sits there and acts cowardly. And wait, what's he gonna do with the? Oh my God, he would not. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. That was awesome. Oh, and apparently Emma Stone was hanging out there. Apparently the spawn-camping psychic zombies couldn't figure out that she was standing a couple yards away from them. Yeah.
Columbus.
Anyway, no name is given, again, but we do find out she pretty much sucks at video games because she didn't give Kathy her daily dose of Zombrex in time, so she's gonna turn into a zombie. So she asks our heroes for a gun to shoot her with. Okay, I get it, they're trying to force drama on us all of a sudden, and what in the name of I've been making too many Dead Rising jokes, so I'm gonna stop now.
And if you got it, sugarless cup.
What the fuck?
Wait, why are you guys doing this?
Well, better you make the mistake of trusting us than us make the mistake of trusting you.
That reason doesn't even make sense. I mean, just looking at this from a biological standpoint, you could be the last estrogen on Earth. I know they're not the best guys, but how are you going to reproduce now? So it turns out that the two girls are trying to get to a theme park called Pacific Playland, which is supposedly zombie-free.
So do you think it's true?
Is what true?
You know about Pacific Playland?
Totally zombie-free. Only place west of Waco. Trust me.
Yeah, trust her. Even though she just screwed over two perfectly good people for no reason right in front of you, even though they were trying to help you. It's okay, nobody's looking at her from the neck up anyway. Meanwhile, our quote-unquote heroes attempt to find another car.
He is on a steamroller, and a zombie goes down in front of him. You ever roll a tube of toothpaste up from the bottom?
Yeah, I always roll it up from the bottom.
Yeah, well, the zombie's head is the cap.
Say, I've got an idea. Instead of telling us about these awesome zombie fatalities, why don't you actually show us them? So our heroes find another car, find a bunch of military-grade weapons just lying around, or is this left for dead, catch up to the girls, and get screwed over again.
I'm really sorry.
Gun, please.
Like you would ever use that thing. Kill me with my
I
own
used to
gun!
go have tea parties with the girl
All
from
those
The
violent video
Exorcist.
Thank you. All those violent video games. Thank you.
You know, I make a crack about a girl playing video games, but I recently met an 11-year-old girl on Steam, so yeah.
Let's step away from the vehicle. You get to ride shotgun.
Okay, and this is where I have to give the movie credit for coming up with the first good original idea since the trailer. The idea of getting joint kidnapped with Woody Harrelson by Emma Stone in the middle of the zombie apocalypse is going to be occupying my thoughts for a long time. That'll teach you to make me read Stephanie Meyer.
Don't you have a video to finish?
Oh yeah, about that. See, it was taking a lot longer to do than I expected, so I'm gonna leave off where I am now, post it, and then call it the Halloween special.
But you're gonna finish it, right?
Of course, I'm gonna finish it. I already have all the footage I need. I'm just posting what I have now.